That's legal? That's allowed? Nah, y'all got me fucked up. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing a story time about the time 12 had me fucked up. So this was towards like the end of May, so as everyone knows or should know, police get a little sketchy with the tickets at the end of the month for that little month bonus. Anyone notice that? They pull you over for the pettiest reasons at the end of the month. So I was on the phone call, I was on Bluetooth phone call with my then friend at the time, and we were going to go get some Starbucks because I wanted some Starbucks. I was like, well, let me go get some coffee. Why not? I want to get out the house for a little bit, and I enjoy rides. So we were following each other. I was in front. She was like a couple cars down from me. So we're riding down 2-lane highway, and the whole time I was on a phone call with her until the incident happened. So I was on a phone call with her. I was making sure to do the speed limit for this exact reason. Because I already had a couple speed tickets. I already had a couple of incidences. I'm a speeder, but I'm a safe speeder, which sounds crazy, but I am. Like, I don't lane switch just to lane switch. You ever see those speeders that lane switch and they right next to you at the light? That ain't gonna be me. I'm gonna be a couple lights down because I lane switch correctly. I lane switch to get ahead, not to be in the same spot with you at the red light. I ain't gonna see you next to me at the red light. That's not the point. The point is get ahead. So I wasn't speeding because in this particular area in Bryan County, they've been pulling me over like a fuck. So I was going the speed limit. I was in the right-hand lane, and I was continuing down. I passed our local little chocolate shop or whatever. And near this bank area, there's like 2 different exits, or 4 exits, should I say, because it's like a U-shape type thing. One cop was on the other exit, one bank side, and then the other cop was on a different bank. So they was positioned like this. So I passed the first cop, no problem. Dude didn't whoop whoop, nothing. I passed the second cop, a couple cars down until my friend goes past him. Whoop whoop. I'm like, oh. She said, Autumn, pull aside. The cops are coming to pull someone over. I'm like, oh, okay. So I pulled to the side. Bitch, it's for me. I'm like, okay, I wasn't speeding. I had my seatbelt on. I wasn't doing any reckless driving. Damn sure didn't have no alcohol or weed in the car. So I'm wondering, what shawty got anything on me to pull me over for? So he doesn't come out the car immediately. 815 don't come out the car immediately. Yes, I remember your badge number. 815 don't come out the car immediately. He like waits like 10 minutes. It almost looks like he was searching for something to pull me over for. Like, he pulled me over without really having a reason to pull me over. He was looking for it. Eventually, he comes out the car, and I roll down the window, of course. I ended the phone call with my friend at this point because she was also surprised that I got pulled over. So I ended the phone call at this point, and I'm, like, nervous, but not really, because I didn't do anything. To my understanding, I didn't do nothing wrong. So he comes up to the window. He says, ma'am, do you know why I pulled you over? I'm like, no. He's like, well, I pulled you over for tailgating. I was like, at a red light. The time he pulled me over, it was a yellow light, then it became a red light. So everyone was slowing down. I was like the 3rd car in line. Everybody was slowing down. He's like, yes, I pulled you over for tailgating. I was like, at a red light. I said, at that point, you might as well have pulled over everyone who was in front of me, or the car in front of me or behind me. Like, that didn't make sense to me. Because he's like, were you a car length behind somebody? I'm like, well, no, because we're at a yellow light, red light, a yellow light transitioning to a red light. So no, I wasn't really a car length behind somebody, but I was before that incident happened. I was a car length behind somebody before that happened, but because it was a red/yellow light happening, I slowed down. We all slowed down. So I was like, you can, I'm like, you might as well have pulled everybody over. But I didn't say that out loud because I ain't trying to get blicked up. And then in the process of him giving me this citation, he went back to the vehicle after taking my license and registration, all that other stuff, yada yada. Dude with the Ford F-150 almost scurvied me into he almost hit me, my Khaleesi, that's my car, so he almost hit Khaleesi going into the turning lane. I'm like, dude, you got me in a situation where I almost could have had an accident. I'm like, you got me pulled over in a place where I could almost get hit. He said, we ain't talking about them, we talking about you right now. Oh, 815 got a little attitude. I was like, you know what? Just give me my ticket and I can go, because I ain't trying to get shot up, because I ain't the one to argue with police. But that shit had me so heated, because for one, that was a dumbass situation. That was a dumbass reason, and he knew that was a dumbass reason. I stared at that nigga directly when I saw that nigga in court. So I took the ticket or whatever. I immediately called my mom, because I'm like, is this legal? Is this allowed? Come to find out on court date, bitch, it is allowed. That shit is legal. They are legally allowed to pull you for tailgating at a stop sign or a red light. They're legally allowed to do that. I didn't even want my coffee no more. I didn't even want no Starbucks. I didn't want to spend no money on a expensive ass coffee. Like, I didn't feel luxurious anymore. I was like, bitch, I might as well just go to the end market, just go get me a cup of coffee there. Like, I didn't feel like going to the Starbucks. I didn't feel like going nowhere. I was so peeved that happened, because that felt like such a dumb ass reason to me. That's a petty reason to pull somebody over. Tailgating at a yellow light transitioning to a red light? Really? I go to court. I'm waiting for court. My court started at the second at 2. It started at 2 p.m. I didn't get out till 4 p.m. I'm over here waiting for my name to be called so I can go to the pony. I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to present evidence, all this. I said I was gonna talk mad shit to this nigga in front of the judge. I was gonna do all that. I'm a criminal justice major. I was ready. I had evidence A, B, and C, exhibit 1, 2, 3. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I was really about to present this to the judge. And he's like, how do you plead? I said, not guilty. He said, well, you can sit back down and we'll have someone work it out. I was like, what the fuck? I said, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute. I did not prepare myself for this moment, this day, for this to happen, for me to not show my exhibits. Like, what are you talking about? I didn't give a chance to plead my case. I didn't get none of that. Everybody else got to, explain their situation. Oh boy, let his dog attack an old ass woman. He had to pay medical bills. I'm like, okay, he's being a little generous today. Judge being a little generous today. Maybe, I got some leeway. Maybe I can, present my case. He'd be like, you know what? That is a dumbass reason. No, I had to talk to this woman, and I had to take a driver's course. I take a driver's course for one, so that I don't have a ticket, and I don't even know if the points will be docked on my license. I don't even know that. They didn't even explain that shit to me. She said, you just gotta come back. I gotta go back to court for that. I gotta go back. It's not over. That shit blew the fuck out of me.